In this video, we're going to talk about creating operators and roles in SYSPRO. But before we do that, let's talk about why we create operators and roles in SYSPRO. Number one, user authentication and access control. By creating operators, the system can authenticate and verify each user during login. By linking a role to the operator, administrators are able to control what functionalities each role and each operator has access to. Number two, segregation of duties. By enforcing the principle of segregation of duties means that no single user has access to all functionalities and sensitive data, reducing the risk of fraud and unauthorized access. Third point, audit trails and accountability. Because each user has a unique operator ID, this means it becomes very easy to track their actions and activities within the system. It means that if there are any discrepancies, you can easily review audit trails, which will show you who performed a certain transaction or task within the system, which promotes accountability and transparency. Fourth point, customization of user experience. Administrators are able to customize the user's experience based on individual roles and responsibilities. This means that the user can see only menus and screens and options that are relevant to their job functions, which makes it more intuitive and efficient for them to perform their tasks. Fifth point, security and compliance. Creating operators in the system prevents unauthorized users from accessing sensitive information or performing crucial operations, which helps to maintain data integrity and compliance with various regulations. Last but certainly not least, simplification of management. When a new employee joins the organization or a role changes, administrators can easily assign the appropriate role to the operator, ensuring the correct access levels. Now that we have taken a look at why we create operators and roles, we're going to take a look at how we create operators and roles in SYSPRO. The first thing that you're going to do is select the Setup tab. Then you're going to go to Operators. And because you're adding a new operator, you're going to select the Add icon. The operator that we're adding is Olivia Pope. So we're going to write Pope as the username. And then we're going to write out the operator name right here. So Olivia Pope. The network username refers to the username that the operator will use when they log into SYSPRO. And here we're going to select the operator group that this operator will belong to. We're going to select the search icon and we're going to choose the operator group. So there are different groups that this operator could possibly belong to. So for this example, we're going to select the finance group. In SYSPRO, it's possible for the operator to belong to more than one group. So this is what the subgroup is for. So you can easily select what other group the operator belongs to. But for this example, we're just going to choose one. Next, we're going to look at the location. So here you could easily type the exact location that Olivia Pope is working from. So for example, the JHB office, and you can even add the floor level or whatever details you want to include in location. And the email, of course, you can add the operator's work email. At the bottom, we configure what access levels that the operator has. So for example, warehouse, if you don't want this operator or specifically this operator group to have access to all the warehouses, you could easily configure that. And you can configure the list, and it will give you different warehouses that are available, and you can select the ones or the one that you want this specific operator or this operator group to have. So for this example, we're going to leave it at all. And you can do the same for the AR branch, the AP branch, and for the rest of the modules here. Next, we're going to select what role do they have in their operator group. So it is possible for an operator to have more than one role. The maximum roles an operator can have is 5. So you can easily choose more roles, but for this example, we're going to only select one role, which is bookkeeper. To save all the changes that we just made, save. And there we have it. We have a new operator, Olivia Pope, and she's located in the JHB office, and this is her email. She's a bookkeeper, and she's in the finance group, and she is an active operator. Perfect. Now we're going to show you how to copy an existing operator. So we have a new employee in the company, and they're going to do the same job as Olivia Pope. So again, we go to Setup, Operators, and we're going to select Olivia Pope, and we're going to select Change icon. And this time we're going to go to Edit and Copy. So we're copying from which operator? Olivia Pope. So these are her details, and we're copying to the new employee. And let's say the new employee's name is Rachel Green. So Green will be her username, and we're gonna tap off and write her full name, Rachel Green. And confirm copy. Next thing, we're going to copy. Okay, and it's done, and we're going to close this. And we're going to close this tab right here, and here we're going to see the new operator has been added, Rachel Green. However, we do need to change the email. So we're going to again click on the change icon. Instead of Olivia Pope, we're going to change the email to Rachel Green. And again, if the location is different, you can always change this as well. However, everything else is the same. So we're going to keep it that way, and we're going to just save. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you how one operator can have multiple roles. So in this example, let's just say Olivia Pope got a promotion. So she's no longer just a bookkeeper, but she's also an account manager. So we're going to select Olivia Pope, and we're going to click on the change icon. And again, we're going to go down here and look for the roles. So again, this is no longer the primary role. So we're going to deselect, and we're going to select whichever role that's going to be the primary role. In this case, it's going to be the account manager role, and this becomes her primary role. And we then select the following roles that she will now take up. And for this example, she's still going to do bookkeeping. So we're going to select the bookkeeper role. Then we're going to save the changes that we just made. There are different ways of giving operators access to SYSPRO modules or SYSPRO programs. One is according to the group they belong to, the operator group they belong to, and secondly is according to the role they belong to. So for example, the group they belong to. So let's look at admin and let's click on the change icon. The selected modules are the modules that this particular group has access to. If the module is not selected, it means that this group or any operator belonging to this group does not have access to that specific module. So you can click deselect a module or select a module according to what access you want to give this specific group, right? So we're just going to close this and not save any changes. I don't want to make any changes. And it goes for each and every single group. So you can make changes to what modules they have access to or what modules you don't want them to have access to. And you can do the same with the different roles in the company. For example, let's click assets buyer for this example and click on the change icon. It gives you the option to configure whether it's according to program or activities in the programs. So for example, let's look at programs, configure, program access settings. Again, the selected modules refer to the modules that this role has access to. And the modules that are not selected are the ones that they don't have access to. And you could easily make these changes by selecting or deselecting modules depending on the access levels you want to give specific operators or roles within SYSPRO. Not only can you do that with programs, but you can do that with activities and fields as well. You can click again, configure activities and fields. You can easily edit. So you can easily edit what activities they are allowed to do in certain programs or modules. So for example, this is the accounts payable module. What activities are they allowed to do and what activities are they not allowed to do? And you can do the same with fields as well. Again, with fields, you can do the same. In a specific modules, what fields do they have access to? What fields are they allowed to fill? And you can select and deselect. It's all the same principle. And also access control. This refers to the warehouse, the AR branch, the AP branch, and so forth. Do you want to give them access to all the branches, or do you want to allow them to only have access to certain branches? And for this example, let's just say assets buyer has access to only the Eastern warehouse, and so we're going to assign selected, and this is the warehouse they have access to, and we're going to accept and close, and this is the allowed list, and they only have access to warehouse E. And we save and close. If you want to find out more about our product offering, please be sure to check out the document attached in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment which videos you'd like to see in future. Thank you for watching this video.